Good afternoon. Welcome again to another series at ATSU of Getting There. My name is Clinton Normore. I'm the Associate Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion at the university. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you and one of our fantastic students. In a moment to tell you more about her experience. AT-Still University is a college graduate health sciences university. We have 6 colleges and more than 23 programs. Sylvia represents one of those colleges, the Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. You can learn more about AT-Still University at www.atsu.edu/diversity. Sylvia,
yes.
Thank you for the opportunity of being here. Thank you so much for coming to the conference and for taking out of the time of the conference to come speak to us about your path.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Obviously, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for AT-Still, so I'm grateful for this opportunity. It's a great experience, and I would just say if anyone had the chance to be at this conference and be at AT-Still, I would highly recommend this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, interesting fact about you. You are from Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
We are here in the conference, the SMA conference at Atlanta. So how does a young lady from Atlanta find her way to AT-Still University in Kirksville, Missouri?
Well, actually, I was born in Kenya and then moved to Atlanta my family moved here. So Atlanta is my my home, because my whole family now lives here. And so how I ended up applying to AT-Still was I was trying to get into med school, and I'd had about DO, osteopathic medicine, and Googling the best DO schools, first thing that came up was AT-Still, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do osteopathic medicine, then I want to be at the best school, and that's how I chose AT-Still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your experience in Kenya, when did you move to the United States from Kenya? Were you really young or?
2004.
Okay, so you were relatively mature enough to understand the experience.
Yeah, sure.
So you had some experiences in Kenya that would probably equate to the environment in which AT-Still University's mission is rooted on, and that is serving the underserved.
Yeah,
so could you speak about whether or not that was a part of the passion that drove you to the university?
Actually, part of my mission statement was talking about my commitment to underserved populations. And, coming from a third world country, most people don't have access to insurance. And if they do, it's very limited or it costs a lot of money. And people who come from rural areas just don't have access to doctors. So a lot of times they use traditional medicine, or they just live with whatever they have, and that equates to very low life expectancy. So I put that in my personal statement, and that's what ATSU's mission is, to serve, and we have a major commitment to serving those who are impoverished, have no access to quality health care. And so that's one of the things that attracted me to ATSU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Education is paramount, especially getting to the level that you are. So you have to take care of your business in the classroom in order to get there. There are some young people, some who are already in the pipeline for medical school, and some who are maybe don't know they want to be go into medicine. What would you tell them about their education that would make them stand up and pay attention more to it if they have not been doing so?
So first of all, I'm a non-traditional student. I was not a biology major. I was a business major for my undergrad. But for me, what led me to medicine was seeing people suffering. That I felt that if I was in a position as a physician, I would be able to help these people. So that made me change my whole, in undergrad, I wasn't very serious about school, and I was just like, well, I just want to get a degree and get a job, But once I decided to do medicine, I realized I had to change a few things, like be more serious with my studies. I started volunteering. I shadowed a doctor. I also networking is important. Like try and reach out to doctors in fields that you would want to work in and shadow them and talk to them. And if you don't have an opportunity to shadow them, just ask them what advice do they have for you, and just definitely work hard. But also education's not the only way to get there. There are other things like your core curricular activities. I had work experience, so that I think helped. And don't discount what you have just because your grades are not as good as someone else who has a 4.0. You have something else that person cannot offer. So just do your best. Make sure you have some hobbies, and make sure you bring out, when you present yourself, make sure you bring out the best of you. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sylvia, thank you so much for choosing AT Still University, and more importantly for being you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thanks.
At AT Still University, we value the individual. As Sylvia mentioned, it's important for you to pay attention to your academics. You don't always have to pursue a career or know that career is going to be in medicine once you start out early in life. As Sylvia did, she started with a business degree and then later pursued where she is, the medical degree. So just because you're not in medicine at 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade doesn't mean you can't get there. Always think about options. Always keep your options open. Find people like Sylvia in your spectrum of people whom you interact with that know about those things. If you want to learn more about AT Still University and medicine in general, please contact us at AT Still University at atsu.edu/diversity. We look forward to seeing you on campus and would love to talk to you about any opportunities you might have in our university. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.